Alright, welcome back. We're going to break this down really quick, and by really quick I mean as quick as we possibly can. We are decoding the playoffs and the track to Super Bowl 55. I'm not going to try to have to do too much more on this after this video. This is basically just my prediction, which we could change things up as we get going. So Super Bowl 55 has a lot to do with 47, the number 47, and it would appear that way because 47 is prominent to the Masons. So the 47th problem of Euclid is a big deal to the Masons and to those studying the mysteries. So we have the 47th problem of Euclid. As you can see right here is a Masonic emblem that teaches Masons to be general lovers of the arts and sciences. Alright, so that's a general reminder. The problem solves the Pythagorean theorem, which is the greatest scientific discovery of antiquity. And this is the symbol that it produces. Right here, the bride's chair as it's called. So just a quick illustration here, 47. On the road to the Super Bowl, the Packers played the Rams in the divisional round. It was the 96th meeting between the Packers and the Rams. And the Packers tied the series 47-47. So the Rams led the series 47-46, and they tied the series 47-47 in the divisional round. So in order to understand this a bit more, we have to understand the connection between the number 12, the number 47, 345, and the number 543. Sounds like a lot, but it's not that bad. The symbol created by the 47 problem of Euclid is called the bride's chair, as I illustrated before. Okay, the figure is also called the bride's chair. Alright, this is three squares attached to a triangle where the right triangle has three sides. Side A is 3, B is 4, C is 5. 3, 4, 5. The reflection of which is 5, 4, 3. If you add these together, 3 plus 4 plus 5 equals 12. There is the triangle in the middle, surrounded by three squares, side A, side B, side C. This is a 3, 4, 5 right triangle. As you can see, it says such triangles that have their sides and the ratio of whole numbers are called Pythagorean triples. So you'll see that this Sunday's NFC Championship game will be a lot about the number 12 if you don't believe it. Like I said, you can just check out this little video clip from the November game in 2018 between Rodgers and Brady, where they gave you a numerology lesson on the number 12 on NBC or MSNBC.
Well, Al, for centuries, the number 12 has been used as a measuring stick. 12 months in a year, 12 eggs in a dozen. And in the case of tonight's 12s, you could say we're measuring greatness. In numerology, the number is quite special. The number 1 is a prime number and signifies the beginning and the singular nature of the universe. 2 is about seeing two sides of any situation. Diplomacy, partnership, and the mutable nature of life. And if you're a 12 person, you're known as dynamic and energetic, unafraid of pushing boundaries. You're often at the center of the action, preferring to be around people, as well as assuming a leadership position. Ring a bell? And then there's this, Al. 12 is the most worn number by quarterbacks already in the Hall of Fame, pro football's ultimate measuring stick. And eventually, Canton is going to have to make room for 2 more.
You bet, Michelle. Meanwhile, good news for Rodgers, who told us last night in our meeting he was going to try to play if the doctor said it was okay without the brace on the knee. It's the first time since open.
3, 4, 5, and 5, 4, 3. The 3, 4, 5 triangle is A squared plus B squared equals C squared, where the area of the square attached to side A is 3, so 3 times 3, you square 3. 3 by 3 equals 9. Side B is 4 by 4, 4 squared equals 16. If you add these two together, A squared plus B squared, 9 plus 16 equals 25. Where square attached to side C is 5 times 5 equals 25, right? A squared plus B squared equals C squared, or 9 plus 16 equals 25. 25 is important. To illustrate it even better, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. These are the area of square C is equal to the combined areas of squares A and B. The smallest Pythagorean triple is 3, 4, and 5. That's why 3, 4, and 5 is very significant. 9, 16, 25. All these numbers are important. As you can see right here, the 3, 4, 5 and the 5, 4, 3, there's the bride's chair, the symbol of the 47th problem of Euclid. And you can see that 3, 4, and 5 added together equals 12. 3, 4, and 5 added together equals 12, and 3 times 4 equals 12. 3 times 4 is this rectangle that comes off of the squares and off of the triangle. So like we said, 25 is important, and in relation to the 345 and 543. The area of square C is 5 times 5, which is the solution to a squared plus b squared equals c squared, is equal to 25. The upcoming Super Bowl is 55. 5 times 5 equals 25. In 2017, Rodgers was injured by Anthony Barr, number 55. October 15th, Rodgers gets injured by Anthony Barr, number 55. You type out Anthony Barr, it equals 55, like Super Bowl 55. Barr also equals 39, which is 13 times 3. 13 is a number that you're going to see is pretty important coming up. 73 is the 21st prime. Aaron Rodgers could get his 21st win in the Super Bowl, and 73 is the 21st prime. So that's pretty important, as you'll see later. And there's a whole bunch of 51 symbolism, and AB Anthony Barr equals 51 and 15. We'll get into the 51 symbolism later. The NFC Championship game will be played on 1/24/2021. That's a date with 12 numerology. 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1, you don't count the 0, it equals 12. On the 24th, so 24 is 12 times 2, or 12 plus 12 is 24. Rodgers 12, Brady 12. If Rodgers wins, it will be in his 12th playoff win. If Brady loses, it will be his 12th playoff loss. So there's the game on 124. Here's Rodgers' record on the left, and you can see he could get 12 wins, and Brady could get 12 losses in the same game. Rodgers is 37 years old entering the NFC Championship game, right? 37 is the 12th prime. We talked about the number 73. He'll win his 21st game. 73, the reflection of 37. 21, the reflection of 12. Rodgers will be in his 21st playoff game if he enters the Super Bowl, and he will be at age 37. So 37 is the 12th prime, and 73 is the 21st prime. Mirror numbers, mirror symbolism. Brady's age 43. 4 times 3 is 12. So 37, the 12th prime. 4 times 3 is 12. As you can see, 37, 12th prime. 43 is the 14th prime. Brady's playing in his 14th championship at age 43. And the Packers are going for their 14th world championship in the Super Bowl. 1 plus 4 is 5. Like the hypotenuse of the 3-4-5 triangle. Now there's more to this 12 symbolism, and that's the number 174. If you take the bride's chair, the symbol of 47th problem of Euclid, you can add up every row, column, and diagonal of each of the squares, the 3 square, the 4 square, and the 5 square, and it can all equal out to 174. So row, column, diagonal equal to 174, each single one. What are the odds that Brady's birthday until this exact NFC Championship game is a span of 174 days? Now, if you take 1, 7, and 4, and you add it together, it equals 12. Rodgers himself will be playing this NFC Championship game 7 weeks and 4 days from his birthday, and that's 74 like 47, the reflection. A lot of this Packers Super Bowl run in this season has a lot to do with this Anthony Barr stuff that I've been tracking ever since 2017. When number 55, Anthony Barr equals 55, knocked Rodgers out for the season, Aaron Rodgers had surgery on his collarbone. So what you see is Aaron Rodgers making a Y symbol, sign language Y, and a cult, almost like CGI'd next to his head in this picture. That is a clear cult, which made me for a while think that Rodgers was going to be playing the Colts in the Super Bowl, which very well could be the case. We talked about the rabbit symbolism with the bunny ears above his head, and we talked about the thumb and the key. Now this picture was taken after Anthony Barr, number 55, took Rodgers out in the 2017 season. What you see here is the bride's chair, the 3 squares, 3, 4, and 5, inside of a cult, a horseshoe. Now this supposedly was hanging above a Masonic lodge. It's obviously a tribute to the 47th problem of Euclid, which says Masons should have an appreciation for the love and love for the sciences and the arts. The bottom square is 5 times 5 equals 25. Remember, 3 times 3 is 9, 4 times 4 is 16, and the 5 times 5 is the 25. Aaron Rodgers is over here making the Y symbol with his hands. Upon further review, we see that the cult is right here. Obviously there's no 47th problem of Euclid bride's chair put in there, but there is the Y symbolism, 25. And what we have here is a right angled triangle. And the letter Y is the 25th letter of the alphabet, so the 25. We literally have what I think is a symbolic tribute to the 20, 25, and the 47th problem of Euclid. And that is a key. There we see how the hit from Anthony Barr, number 55, could have real ties to Super Bowl 55, and the picture that was taken of his collarbone surgery could have denoted symbolism of the 5 times 5 equals 25, the 47th problem of Euclid, which we see all this 47 symbolism. When Rodgers got hurt in 2017, Adams, who was number 17, had 543 yards and 47 receptions in Rodgers' absence. Again, do we really think that that's a coincidence? The 3-4-5 and the 5-4-3 with the 47. Highly unlikely. He started, Davante Adams, best wide receiver in the league, started the season in his first game with 3 receptions for 47 yards. He finished the season with 74 receptions, which is a mirror of 47. And his season-long touchdown was 55 yards. So, again, so much symbolism in Rodgers' absence linking up to that. And to finish the entire season with 74 receptions, highly, highly unlikely. 47 yards in the beginning of the season. 55-yard touchdown was the long. Finished with 74 catches. And the Packers are going for their 14th championship. Brady's playing his 14th game. And Davante Adams only had 14 games played during that season. That was an extremely symbolic season. Here's the quote from the Packers website. 47 receptions for 543 yards and 5 touchdowns. There's that 5. Now for a bit about the number 13 in the upcoming Super Bowl. Super Bowl 55, where the Packers currently have 13 world championships. Rodgers wins the Super Bowl, it will be his 13th playoff win. The Pack could advance to the Super Bowl by beating Tom Brady, who played in 13 AFC championship games. Now, including the NFC championship game for both players, Brady will be at 343 games all time. Rodgers will be at 210. If we do the math, we combine their total number of games, it equals 553. 5 plus 5 plus 3 equals 13. Rodgers is in his 13th season as a starter. From Rodgers' birthday to the Super Bowl 55 is a span of 67 days. As you see, Rodgers' birthday, December 2nd, 2020 to February 7th, 2021, when the Super Bowl is 67 days. 6 plus 7 equals 13. And there's Rodgers, average of just under 7 interceptions over the 13 years he's been a starter. And I thought it was interesting how many connections there are to 13 and the number 7. May 13th, 1941, Stalin divides Russia into 7 districts. May 13th, 2000, Pope alludes to the beast riding out of the sea in Revelation. The beast has 7 heads. May 13th, 2000, Putin divides Russia into 7 districts. Aaron Rodgers is 1-3 in conference championship games entering this Sunday's game. From Brady's birthday until Sunday's championship game is a total of 175 days. That's including the end date. As you can see here, it says not including the end date for 174, which we talked about being extremely important. You include the end date, it's 175. 1 plus 7 plus 5 equals 13. Alan Lazard, who's number 13, has been crowning people like Devontae and Aaron Rodgers. And these have been crowning celebrations, so the fact that number 13, Alan Lazard, is the one who's deciding to crown everybody is important. It's important symbolism. So the Packers post a video on the origin story, and that video is 47 seconds long. Here, check that out.
The origin of the crown was, I came back off of surgery, and the whole time on surgery, I'm watching Devontae, obviously have a phenomenal season and seeing the numbers that he's putting up, what he's doing to DBs and everything. And there's all this talk about who's the best wide receiver. And there's a lot of speculations and, valid points and arguments. But, for me and what I've seen, it's clear and obvious that Devontae's the best wide receiver in the game and probably the best offensive non-quarterback.
Stiff arms his way, diving end zone. He's in for the touchdown.
The crown really just kind of came into play as me crowning him, letting everyone else know that this is the best guy in the game. I don't think he gets the right amount of respect that he really, truly deserves for what he's been able to do this year.
As you can see, the video is 47 seconds long. The origin of the crown celebration. So now that we've laid out the groundwork for 47, we have to continue with that. Rodgers would be playing in his 211th game all time. Rodgers would be playing in his 211th game all time. 211 is the 47th prime number, so that's if he makes it to the Super Bowl. Super Bowl equals 112, as you can see here, which is the reflection of 211, which is the 47th prime. And if Josh Allen makes it to the Super Bowl, the Bills quarterback, he'll be playing his 47th game all time. As I talked about earlier, on the road to the Super Bowl, the Packers played the Rams in the divisional round and got their 47th win, tying the series 47-47. This is highly speculative take right here, but Rodgers scored the 16th point of the game versus the Rams. You'll remember that because then there was that muffed extra point. Mason Crosby was hurt. And in Leviticus chapter 16 verse 3, it states that Aaron shall enter the shrine with a bull of the herd for a sin offering and a ram for a burnt offering. What are the odds that this Leviticus 16:3, and he's playing the Rams, and he could play the Buffalo Bills, and they happen to miss the PAT, just so happen they don't get it, and they leave it at 16-3. If the Pack does play the Bills, a buffalo is considered a bull. There's the bull offering. A male buffalo is called a bull. So you got the ram and the buffalo. There's the 16-3. So could go to the Super Bowl and slay the buffalo. Now more with this 47, we got the 3, 4, 5 triangle, and then there's the 9, 40, and 41 triangle. So you got the right triangle of 9, 40, and 41, where A equals 9, B equals 40, C equals 41. So A squared is 9 by 9, that equals 81. Brady could get his 81st loss all time against the Packers this Sunday. And you just add that to all the Euclidean stuff going down. And then you times 40 by 40, so 40 squared equals 1600. You add A squared plus B squared, 81 plus 1600 equals 1681, which is 41 times 41. So you have Charles Clyde Hunt, who's the author of Masonic Symbolism. It's a book. Says that the base of a right triangle represents earthly nature, that the perpendicular of the triangle is the divine spirit striving to manifest itself through us. And when these things are squared with each other, so the base and the perpendicular of the triangle, A squared plus B squared, their union, so when you unite them, add them together, their union becomes a constant onward and upward movement to the throne of God himself. This is coming from a Mason. Alan Lazard crowning ritual, so to the throne of God, the crown, the throne. Crown celebration and its relationship to the 47th problem of Euclid. The Packers on Instagram post the pictures. They post 3 of them. The Trinity, 3. Okay? They post 3 of these pictures, and in each one, Alan Lazard, because it's his celebration, really, is crowning Aaron Rodgers. He's crowning Davante Adams. And then finally, Rodgers is putting the crown on Lazard, number 13. And the final thing we're going to go over right now is the connection to 51. So in week 17, Rodgers finishes the regular season with 51 total touchdowns. And the game had a combined score of 51 points, 35 to 16. 35 plus 16, 51. That gave Rodgers his 51st regular season away win. And he remained at 51 away losses overall, including the playoffs. That's significant because I believe the NFC is the home team this year. So 51 regular season away wins, 51 away losses, and as you can see, Super Bowl 55 equals 51. So you type it out, bang, equals 51. Now 51st, so the 51st Super Bowl of the modern era. The 55th Super Bowl and the 51st modern era National Football League championship game. 51st equals 138. If Aaron Rodgers wins, he'll be 13-8, like 138. Now Brady comes to Lambeau. Tom Brady enters with 50 away losses all time. What are the freaking odds? Okay, 114 and 50, meaning he could get his 50th away loss all time against the Packers this week at Lambeau. And that's right before the 51st Super Bowl of the modern era. And that leaves Brady and Rodgers with 51 away losses all time. You continue this. The Packers' divisional round game against the Rams was the 96th meeting. 9 plus 6 is 15, reflection of 51. Goff got his 15th away loss all time, reflection of 51. Obviously, in the same game, Rodgers gets his 51st away win in the regular season. And so 51 and 15. What are the odds that all that just happens to line up? Now, it was the 96th meeting. 9 plus 6 equals 15. 15 is a sacred number because a sacred number is symbolic of the name of God, right? The Hebrews do not, in ordinary computations, wish to express this. So when they wish to express the number 15, they make use of these 2 letters. But they make use of 2 other letters, rather, which are equivalent to 9 and 6. Albert Mackey's Encyclopedia. So the Packers are to play Tampa. To play in Tampa. They're going to play Tampa before they could go to a Super Bowl in Tampa. Tampa equals 51 and 15, like the 51st Super Bowl of the modern era. Green Bay Packers equals 69. We just said that the 2 letters the Hebrews used when equaled 9 and 6 when they wanted to express 15 without actually expressing it, sort of veiling it so that you don't actually know that it's there. And that's the reflection of 51. And for people asking themselves, what does the Packers have to do with Masonry? The Packers have that nice big G on the helmet. You ever wonder why? Look, the Masons in the middle of the square on the compass, the G. And the Packers symbol is what? A G. Big surprise. So the Masons team, Packers, we could do it here. Let's hope the script is in our favor. Let's hope that all the rituals do line up for us. And that's about it. That's a lot of symbolism, especially the 47, the 51s. That 345 and 543 is crazy convincing. There was a stat about Davante Adams and Aaron Rodgers that played at the beginning of the game against the Rams, where we got our 47th win. Rodgers started that game 4 for 7. If you have the game recorded, go back, check it out. They had the stat line up forever, 4 for 7. And they threw up a 543 in your face. I wish I took a picture of that graphic because it was there. Now I can't find it. But there was some connection of 543 to, I think, Rodgers and Davante. And the 543 was symbolic of the 47. So the 47 rituals are real. It's going down. Go Pack Go. May the script be ever in our favor. And let's hope that this is the year.